I put on my twerking on a fence hat because I'm going to be doing a lot of that in this video. So a lot of you may have seen it by now. Jonathan Majors' assault trial is ongoing, and more information, audio, text message, and including footage of Grace Jabari, the alleged victim in this incident, chasing Jonathan Majors through these Manhattan streets.
Woo, there's a lot going on.
Welcome back to the Kempire channel, your #1 source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. And don't forget, you can hear audio versions of our live recaps, additional content on the Kempire podcast. More information on that can be found at kempireradio.com. So, I know you guys want me to be CNN. KNN, here we are. I just want you to understand, I do my very best to cover it all. Okay? Another reason why I can't invest in covering Krishan and Blueface. Also, we don't cover Zeus people. All right? However, we do try to be fair and cover and give you follow-up. CNN has a team of people covering stories and doing all of them. So I'm trying to keep up with the Jonathan Majors situation, but I'm not reporting on every single day. I'm reporting on when we get a collection of information and I give you an update. But also understand, a lot of folks that come here, this is why we cover so many different other topics and shows and things like that. Because some of you come here for a break from the negative things in the world, negative things in your lives, and we try to give you a little, shimmy, with a little fun, but also what's going on in the world. So a couple of things before we even get into the Jonathan Majors situation that I did want to talk about. First off, rest in peace to Andre Braugher, who we found out last night passed away at the age of 61 years old. This is what Deadline is reporting. It says, Andre Braugher has died, the two-time Emmy-winning star of series including Homicide: Life on the Street, Men of a Certain Age, and Brooklyn Nine-Nine. He was only 61 years old. They said Braugher, whose first film role came alongside Matthew Broderick and Denzel Washington in the Ed Zidwick-directed Glory, died on Monday, according to reports, after a brief illness. While Braugher peppered his resume with comedies, many will remember him for his ferocious portrayal of Detective Frank Pembleton in the NBC drama Homicide: Life on the Street. Put him in the box, sweating out and outsmarting crime suspects in the interrogation room, and you were looking at a weekly dose of tour de force acting, as good as it got on television during that time. He won an Emmy for that show he starred in from 1992 to 1998. His wife, Amy Brabson, recurred as Pembleton's wife on Homicide. He won the Emmy in 1998, as well as 2 Television Critic Association Awards in 1997 and 1998. Andre was born and raised in Chicago. He earned a BA from Stanford University and an MFA from Juilliard. Okay, come on now. You got to celebrate these folks. We were just talking about Danielle Brooks from The Color Purple and how she also graduated from Juilliard. Like he was a top-tier actor, all right? They said Braugher most recently co-starred in She Said, the drama film retelling of New York Times journalist Jodi Kantor and Megan Towie, whose reporting led to the prosecution of Harvey Weinstein and sparked the Me Too movement. He starred as Dean Banquet, the Times executive editor who oversaw the 2 reporters. As we always say when we cover death here on the channel, it's a reminder to the living to live more fully. Another story, because you guys want me to cover everything, we got to talk about Oprah Winfrey, since we were just talking about The Color Purple. So Oprah has been everywhere this week, especially here in New York, promoting The Color Purple along with the stars of the movie. So a couple of things. First off, she went on the Sherri Shepherd show and literally said, I'm passing the baton to you.
Oprah, what does having this legacy mean to you?
Oh, Sherri, that's such a beautiful question. The word legacy, I just want to leave you all with this, is that when I came back from opening my school in South Africa, and I said to Maya, I said, the school's going to be my greatest legacy. Those girls are everything. And she said, you have no idea. You have no idea what your legacy is going to be. Because she said your legacy is never one thing, it's every life you touch. And I pass that on to you because what Maya said to me that day in her kitchen, she said, it's every audience member who ever came, from wherever they came from.
Yes.
And they sat in that audience and they had an experience. And they went home and they decided, I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna get a better job. I'm gonna leave my raggedy husband. I'm gonna do whatever I need to do.
Yes.
It's every life you touch, so it's not one thing. So for me to be able to see you, to sit in the seat of your life on your own show with your name on it, it is the passing on.
Thank you so much.
It is the passing on.
So you're officially passing the baton
I'm
on to
passing the baton.
But that's got a lot of people having feelings about that. They're like, oh, she took Wendy Williams' show. Niecy Nash was defending her in the comments section, saying, no, she replaced Wendy's time slot. She did not replace Wendy. Well, Wendy's irreplaceable. But I did find it interesting. Oprah has never said that to anyone. And there have been some really great talk show hosts since Oprah. There have been. But this is the first time that she's officially passing the baton to someone. Do I agree with that? Well, we all have opinions. I do like Sherry. I think Sherry is good in her own right. But is Sherry an Oprah Winfrey? No. And I don't think she was trying to be Oprah Winfrey. But to pass the baton to her, I'm like, that's interesting. Look, that's interesting. But anyways, congratulations. That's a huge deal for Oprah to compliment your work. She did it to me too. Look, go Google schmoogle it. All right, when I interviewed Oprah, the next day she gave me my flowers. She was like, you really held your own in a very impromptu moment. That's what she said. Look, that's what she said. But Oprah, since she's in the news, she's also talking about her weight loss. So as you know, Oprah, I don't know if she's still on the board of Weight Watchers or has ownership in Weight Watchers. Well, she's breaking her silence on her weight loss. And she's confirming that she has used weight loss medication. So TMZ writes this as Oprah is overcoming decades of shame attached to her body, and she's admitting taking weight loss medication, even though she previously said that she'd never do that to slim down. After shedding 40 pounds this year, the billionaire TV mogul is done with cruel and insensitive conversations about her appearance, gushing that pharmaceutical assistance has changed her relationship with her figure. Oprah told People magazine a doctor prescribed the meds to her following her Life You Want series, The State of Weight, taping back in July, where she realized she wasn't to blame for being overweight, noting it was more about the brain than willpower. And Oprah has talked about her weight for years on her daytime talk show, and I thought she had sort of gotten to the place where she understood it wasn't just physical, it was more mental. So it's interesting that she was still having those struggles. So Oprah then says, they continue. With a new mindset, Oprah says weight loss meds are a healthier alternative for her rather than yo-yoing, as she takes the medically approved drug as and when needed. They say, case in point, she took them just before Thanksgiving because she knew that she had 2 weeks of solid eating. And as a result, she says she only gained 0.5 pound rather than 8. This comes as in stark contrast to Oprah labeling weight loss drugs such as Ozempic and Mounjaro as an easy way out earlier this year during a chat with Weight Watchers CEO Seema Santani. She hasn't specified the exact meds she takes, probably because if Oprah recommends something, people will buy what Oprah's using. Though many health professionals have warned against most of them due to significant side effects, but for O, it looks like a much welcome solution for her weight woes. Look, I see the comments that people make about any sort of weight loss, fast way of doing it. People have their comments. Look, at the end of the day, my only concern with some of these weight loss medications is the long-term effects that it might have on the body. We don't really know, and I know there are a lot of doctors that have been talking about this and sharing their thoughts on some of the drugs that are out there. There was also the whole conversation. We even had someone call in saying that those that were using Ozempic just for weight loss were preventing people with diabetes from getting their medication. So that was out there. I don't know if that is still an issue. You guys that use that for diabetes, please let us know in the comment section. But I also think that there is a healthy way of utilizing these particular weight loss medications. But at the end of the day, we always say your body, your choice. That's not just about abortion. That's more about general. It's a general blanket statement. I don't have a right to tell you what to do with your body. I only wish that people will do and protect their bodies in any way that they can from hurting themselves. Like when we talk about just non-prescribed drugs and things like that. But again, your body, your choice. All right, so let's talk about Jonathan Majors. So just yesterday, we gave you an update on Jonathan Majors during our Tuesday takeover. So if you missed that, that's where we cover a lot of stuff that we don't get a chance to cover. And in that, we told you that he had a little bit of a legal win because it looked as if the driver confirmed what Jonathan Majors had been saying, that he was attacked by Grace Jabari, his ex-girlfriend. All right. Well, now more information was coming out because the other video that we did on Jonathan Majors, we told you that Jonathan Majors at one point wanted Grace Jabari to act like Michelle Obama or Coretta Scott King. And a lot of you were like, wait, what? Well, not us getting the audio today.
Yeah.
Do you really though, baby? Do you really?
Yes.
Then how dare you come home drunk and disturb the peace of our house when we have a plan? I would like to get to the point where your friends know what job I'm on and go, I think Grace is gonna be out of commission. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I won't.
No. Do you understand that? Because that team, that unit, right? Grace has to be in a certain mindset to support Coretta Scott King. You know who that is? That's Martin Luther King's wife. Michelle Obama, Barack Obama's wife.
I know, I'm not. I shouldn't have gone out. I'm sorry.
Let me just lay it out for you, right? If I'm just gonna say this. My temper, my shit, my trauma block, all that said, right? And I'm not saying I'm a great man, a great man. I am doing great things, not just for me, but for my culture and for the world. That is actually the position I'm in. That's real. I'm not being a dick about it. I didn't ask for it. I've worked, and that's the situation. The woman that supports me, that I support, that needs to be a great woman and make sacrifices the way that man is making for her and for them ultimately. Last night, 2 nights ago, you did not do that. You did not do that.
I'm sorry.
Which took away from the plan. And the plan is everything. If it was just you in the house drunk, maybe I could have swallowed it. Or I would feel bold enough like, oh, babe, let's just go to bed. Which I said, I'm just going to go to bed. I'm not hungry, blah, 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 blah. Because Grace isn't here. Why? She was drunk. Why else? She was clogged by whatever was going on. You know what I mean? Fine, I can take that.
Question. Who recorded this? Because to me, then it shows intent. Did he record it because of behavior from the past? Or did she record it? Like, this relationship, you could already tell that there was a lot of toxicity in this relationship. It doesn't matter who you believe in this particular incident. There was definitely a lot of toxicity in this relationship. We just reported to you last week. Apparently, it seemed as if that Jonathan was admitting to physically assaulting Grace Jabari during a September 2022 incident. All right. Well, this week, as I said to you before, it seems as if the driver is confirming what Jonathan Majors said happened on the fateful night where he was arrested the following day. Well, now more information is coming out, including video footage where you see Jonathan Majors on the night of this incident running from Grace Jabari. Let's watch it together and I'm going to narrate it for you, okay? All right, so this is TMZ's exclusive footage. As you can see, she's trying to hold on to him. She's running after him. All right, you can see he's trying to put her into this car. Looks like he lifts her up. It's hard to tell from this footage. He's putting her in the car. There's a little bit of a scuffle because she doesn't want to go in, apparently. Okay. All right. She's pulling away from her and she's trying to hold on to. She runs after him. This is video footage in these New York streets. So please understand, you are on video footage when you're here in New York. That's him running. You see him running? That's her running behind him. More running. Let me move this. More. You see and they're running after this man for God only knows how long. She almost got hit by a car. She's running behind him. He turns the corner. What in the hell? This is insane. But look, Jen Shaw's former attorney. Look at him running. What in the? This is like a movie. The way that he was running through there. Okay, wait. Keep watching. This is her following behind him. I guess she has stopped running. She can't keep up. Keep watching, y'all. So this is footage that we talked about previously in another video. This was after the incident. This is where Jonathan Majors' attorneys are saying that you could see she claimed that she hurt her finger. She had scratches and things like that. And they're saying, look, she's able to use her hands. Look behind her ear. You don't see anything. Apparently, she's talking to folks here, talking about the fight that she got into. And Jonathan Majors walks by them. This is Jonathan walking up. We can't hear them. Okay. Let me move this so you guys can see. This is Jonathan Majors walking by. This is a situation, y'all. This is a situation. We will continue to follow this story. However, I want to point out a couple of things because as we said before, and I'm not an expert when it comes to abusive relationships, but every time we talk about this story, I always want to remind people because everyone's like, oh, and here it is. There goes the proof. Lock her up. We were just talking about how Keke Palmer was talking about how an abused person reveres and wants to help their abuser. I'm not saying that's what's happening here, but we have to keep in mind, especially the toxicity of any relationship. Think of it. Let's take these folks out of the situation. I'm sure you or someone you know has been in a toxic situation that might have been in a very similar situation, running after the person that you're in a relationship, in a toxic relationship with in the streets. I'm not saying that Grace Jabari is innocent here. What I will say, I'm not an attorney, first off, but attorneys, please chime in. We have to keep in mind what is being addressed in court. They're addressing the March incident. So if they are able to prove, just because Jonathan Majors might walk away from this particular incident and they say, not guilty, doesn't mean that this wasn't a toxic relationship that may have been mutually abusive. Okay? But we have to keep in mind, if he's cleared on this particular situation, it's because his attorneys have proven to the jury that or the prosecution hasn't proven that Jonathan Majors has done anything on this particular incident. They didn't even want to include the September 2022 text messages, but I believe it was the defense had mentioned something during their portion that made those text messages admissible into court. I mean, if that wasn't admissible, this probably would have been a more of a clear shut case for Jonathan Majors. But this is the second, I don't want to say win, but kind of a win this week for Jonathan Majors and this particular situation. But we have to remind you that Priya Chaudhry, his attorney, has said that we have countless statements and video footage and text messages that proves that Jonathan Majors is innocent. As you know, Jonathan Majors is facing several charges and a year in prison if convicted. We're going to continue to follow this, but like I said, nothing is over until it's over. That is our update from KNN. Guys, as always, let's continue this conversation in the comment section. As always, do not attack people for their opinions. I don't care if they're defending Jonathan Majors. I don't care if they're defending Grace Jabari. I don't care if you're defending Oprah and her weight loss decisions. We can have a conversation in the comment section by just stating your opinion without attacking anyone. All right? Because what? We don't moderate adults. Guys, let's continue this conversation here in the comment section and maybe on January 25th when we are live for Kempire After Dark here in New York City. More information on tickets are available in the description of this video. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.
You bring the lighter, I got the fuse.